Having understood what basically amounts to a risk for an importer and for an exporter, let's now dive deeper into understanding ki how to tackle this particular risk. We are going to look at multiple techniques. Leading and lagging हो गया, मनी मार्केट हेज हो गया, फॉरेन एक्सचेंज फ्यूचर्स फॉरवर्ड्स ऑप्शंस, बहुत सारे अलग अलग टेक्निक्स हैं. बट द फर्स्ट टेक्निक दैट आई वांट टू फोकस ऑन इज basically money market hedge. But before we go into understanding a money market hedge, please understand what do you, let's understand a couple of ingredients that are necessary to build the logic of money market hedge. Out of that, out of those different ingredients, the first thing we need to understand is what is the meaning of opposite position. Okay. And what do we mean by जैसे as kids we used to, if synonym antonym वाला questions आता था, and when somebody would say in का opposite out, tall का opposite short, similarly receive का opposite will be pay. To receive, उसका opposite is to pay. Now, one theory of foreign exchange risk management states that risk can be eliminated by taking an opposite position. ठीक है. रिस्क कैन बी एलिमिनेटेड बाय टेकिंग एन ऑपोजिट पोजिशन. अब ये कैसे होगा, लेट्स ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, माई एक्सपोजर इज ऑन अकाउंट ऑफ फॉरेक्स रिसीट. ठीक है, माई एक्सपोजर इज ऑन अकाउंट ऑफ फॉरेक्स रिसीट. सो टू टैकल दिस रिस्क we will to tackle this risk, we will be taking an opposite position. And what can be the opposite of Forex receipt? The opposite of Forex receipt is Forex payment. Okay, now pay attention. ये वाला ट्रांजैक्शन है, ठीक है, ये ऐसे का ऐसा, we'll note it down. Same transaction as above. Satyamedh is an importer and who supplied goods to who purchased goods from a supplier in the United States. And when he purchased, the rate of exchange was $1 equal to 80. Now, what is Satyamed's concern? What is Satyamed's concern? His concern is that if the exchange rate increases to $1 equal to INR 82, he will have to pay 10,000 more. ठीक है, दैट इज इज कंसर्न कि अगर ये फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट इंक्रीज हुआ ना, ही हैज टू पे 10,000 मोर. नाउ व्हाट इफ by some stroke of luck, what if by some stroke of luck there happened to be a receipt from a foreign customer, worth 5,000 USD on the same date. I mean, नसीब अच्छा था बेचारे का. तो by some stroke of luck, there happened to be a receipt from a foreign customer worth 5,000 on the same date. Now, Satyamedh, if the exchange rate increases to $1 equal to 82 on 13th of Feb 24, which is the date of payment, ठीक है, he will have to pay 10,000 more. What if by some stroke of luck there happened to be a foreign customer worth receipt from a foreign customer worth $5,000 on the same date, that is 13th of Feb 2024. ठीक है. Now, if Satyamedh received 5,000 USD today, he would end up with INR 5,000 into 80, which is 4 lakh. And but the customer is not paying him today. The customer is going to pay him on 13th of Feb 24. On 13th of Feb 24, the exchange rate is $1 equal to INR 82. So how much will सत्यमेध receive in INR terms? INR terms में उसको कितना मिलेगा? He will get 5,000 into 82, which is 4,10,000. ठीक है. Now understand what has, you know, what does this situation lead to? ठीक है. अब इधर देखो. When Satyamedh waits for, had Satyamedh paid today, that is 28 Jan 24, he would have paid 4 lakh. But he paid on 13th of Feb 24 when exchange rate was $1 equal to INR 82. So his cash outflow was 4,10,000. ठीक है. That is 10,000 extra than anticipated. So he suffered a loss of 10,000. ठीक है. Now, had Satyamedh received cash from customer today, he would end up with INR 4 lakh. ठीक है. But he waited to collect cash till 13th of Feb 24. On this date, exchange rate was $1 equal to INR 82. 82. So his cash inflow was INR 4,10,000. ठीक है. That is 10,000 more than anticipated, which means he had a gain of 10,000. तो यहां पे जो लॉस हुआ इन टर्म्स ऑफ मेकिंग अ फॉरेन एक्सचेंज पेमेंट, ही सफर्ड अ लॉस ऑफ 10,000. तो ये जो 10,000 का लॉस यहाँ पे हुआ बिकॉज ऑफ एन इंक्रीज इन द फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट एट द टाइम ऑफ पेमेंट, दिस लॉस was offset because a corresponding dollar receipt of the same amount happened on the same date. तो जो आपका फॉरेन एक्सचेंज लॉस हुआ बिकॉज ऑफ एन adverse movement in exchange rate with respect to payment, उतना ही सिमिलर अमाउंट का गेन आपको हुआ बिकॉज फॉर एन at the time of receipt there was a 10,000 excess receipt than anticipated. तो जो 10,000 का लॉस होने वाला था ऑन अकाउंट ऑफ पेमेंट, दैट लॉस गॉट कैंसल्ड आउट विथ अ गेन ऑफ एन इक्विवेलेंट अमाउंट. ठीक है. सो लॉस ऑफ 10,000 on account of exchange rate got cancelled out due to a gain of equivalent amount. ठीक है. सो टेकिंग एन, और नॉट टेकिंग, यहां पे हमने लिया नहीं, यहां पे ये ऑटोमेटिकली हो गया था. हैविंग An opposite position helps to get rid of रिस्क। तो जो एक्सेस पेमेंट होने वाला था 10,000 का, उसको मैचिंग अमाउंट का एक्सेस रिसीट हो गया एज कंपेयर टू व्हाट यू हैड एंटिसिपेटेड। सो हैविंग एन ऑपोजिट पोजिशन, पेमेंट का ऑपोजिट रिसीट एक्चुअली हेल्प्स यू। ठीक है। सो बट व्हाट इज नेसेसरी? नेसेसरी इज receipt and payment in foreign exchange have to be of the same amount, and receipt and payment have to occur on the same date. If they are of the same amount and they occur on the same date, then एक जगह में जो ज्यादा जाने वाला है is handled by an excess receipt in the opposite situation. So taking an opposite position is a very smart way of getting rid of foreign exchange risk. अब यहाँ पे मेरा लक बहुत अच्छा था। Coincidentally, I had a receipt of an equivalent foreign exchange amount on the same day. So whatever risk I was facing on the payment side was in a way compensated by an equivalent amount of receipt on the other side. So it is very important that these points are taken into consideration. Up, we are going to use this very logic to develop the idea of a money market hedge. Okay, so this understanding of opposite position and how it helps to tackle foreign exchange risk will help you to understand how the risk of how money market hedge as an instrument can be used.